Hello, chickadee. What's your... Hey, you don't turn your back on a gentleman when he pays you a compliment.
I'm coming for you first, and then the dog. You I'm saving for last.
He set himself up. Speaking of Lars, look who's here.
Get down. There's no business being here whatsoever.
Boot right to the chin. Boot to the chin of Alucard. Barrett Brown slams him down. If you could ever have a girlfriend, you would know exactly how Lars feels.
Hey! Oh, Swanton!
He got him. Is this the win he needs? 1, 2, 3. He got it.
And Lars is getting in here. Has no business being in here. What's he doing?
Lars has Alucard up. Down he goes, a filibuster. I told you.
He hit the filibuster. That's disgusting. Yeah.
The only thing that matters to him is his girlfriend.
Yeah. Oh, and I'll bet she likes this. Oh, yeah, there we go. Lars on the ring. She likes this.
Wait a minute.
What?
All right, boys. I've called to order this meeting of the family to find out how our evil plans are going. Kincaid, did you take care of that thing I asked you to take care of? Yeah, splendid. All right, boys, we got a big... Roosevelt, get off the scales. Quit weighing yourself. What are you doing?
This new low carb thing.
Don't you worry about your carbs. You got a match facing Saxon this week. You got to get your head in the game. You understand? Hey, what are you doing?
Where is she?
Who are you talking about?
I know what you've done. Where is she?
What are you talking about, Rose?
If I find out that you've done anything, I end you. You understand?
I don't know what you're talking about. Dewey boys. Sucker.
I can tell you this, Brian. I would not want to be a part of the Bradford family and know that Lars was after me.
I'm not worried about the Bradford family. Who should be worried is Lars. You should be worried about your poor little girlfriend.
Let's go to Tom Simon, who is standing by in the ring.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from New Orleans, Louisiana, weighing 222 pounds, part of the New Orleans Fight Club, John Saxon.
Calling all knuckleheads, here comes John Saxon.
John Saxon, a veteran of this sport, 20-plus years in professional wrestling. And a man that doesn't like to be interrupted, obviously, as we saw seconds ago.
I mean, I think Saxon understands the concern from Lars. I think he gets that. But the thing is, John Saxon is worried about this match. He's got a big match right here against Roosevelt on TCW Wrestling today.
Now, Saxon wants to wear gold. He can't be worried about girlfriends running around, disappearing, running off.
And his opponent,
this is a big match.
accompanied to the ring by the manager from the Aces, Boyd Bradford. From the Dog Pound, Roosevelt the Dog.
I love it.
Does Tom Simon feel silly having to announce that? And is that a dog barking as his entrance music?
Just say something about Tom Simon feeling silly. He should.
He just actually announced this guy as Roosevelt the Dog.
Well, yeah, true. But hey, he's a beautiful dog. He's gonna when he minds his manners. Now sometimes he gets out of line, and you have to take matters in your own hands, like Boyd does. But
I remember the dog before he was a dog, and what Boyd Bradford has done to convince this man that he's a four-legged creature. That's a huge question, something I don't understand. I don't really understand what would make a man do this and act like this.
Settle down, Roosevelt. Calm down. He's got a big match this week on TCW.
He's been uncollared. He's unchained. And here goes Roosevelt against John Saxon. In the 20-year career of John Saxon, I would imagine he's never seen anything quite like this.
Probably has not. And that's saying something. Saxon's been around. And Saxon's the type of guy that will tell you this. He'll say that TCW is the place to be. He wants to write that last great chapter in his career and show that he is still prime-time competitor, and he's going to try to do that here in TCW. Been successful so far, I will say that. Well, I don't like the knuckle hands, but I'll say that I'll give Saxon credit.
And talking to Saxon earlier, he said the thing that's gotten him in trouble in other places has been the fact that he's pretty much going to tell it like it is. And in TCW, he likes the idea that he doesn't have to play the political games. He can tell it like it is. He can do what he wants because it really matters what happens between those ropes right there.
Oh, look at the dog. Look at him using his
I would say he does have a rough
front,
physique.
is that his front leg? That would be one of his front legs?
Yeah, sure,
Yeah.
front leg. Have we taken out the dog's dew claws? You know about that?
The what?
Well, forget it. I'm not a veterinarian. But I do know the dogs have dew claws in their right ear.
What is that? I don't know.
You asked Boyd Bradford have they had the dew claws.
I told
taken
you
out.
the man's had it. He's had the dog has had all his shots.
Has the
That's all
dog
you
been
can know.
neutered, Brian? That's another thing we can ask. You
That's
do
something
the
you'd
research
ask.
on that.
I'm
You
not-
do the research. I know you like to snoop around the dressing room and the shower area.
That's a Resnick assignment. Here we go. Oh, hey, he's pulling his by the fur. Come on. I mean hair.
John Saxon. I mean, if you're going to grow your hair out like that, you might as well use it against something. Why not?
Saxon said, like you said, he's not gonna play politics. Hey, he doesn't mind. He's having a good time. You can see the smile on his face.
Yeah, he's not going to sugarcoat things either. If he doesn't like somebody, he's going to tell him he doesn't like him. And you saw the same thing that I saw. It looked like he was a tad bit put out by Lars.
Well, you know, okay. Lars is running around because his girlfriend dumped him. Obviously,
We saw the footage. We saw that something happened. So we're not sure what happened. We caught it out of the corner of our eye. It looked like she just was taken off of the screen.
she disappeared. It looked like she went holding hands with somebody. Skipped off into the sunset.
Anyway, Lars is still on a mission to find out what's going on with his girlfriend. Saxon, though, is focused on this match.
All kinds of things. It is a wild environment here in TCW Wrestling. Keep up to date with us, TCWWrestling.com. Like us on Facebook.
I'm tweeting about us all the time at TCW News, at TCW News.
You can catch up editions of TCW Wrestling, all kinds of things on the websites that we have, the social media outlet. You don't want to miss it. If you blink, you're going to miss something, I promise you that.
Shoulder tackle. Saxon over. Going for the hip toss. Shoots him down. Roosevelt the Dog thrown down. He cowers back in the corner, tail between his legs. I got that one in. I wrote that down earlier. I had to get that one in at some point.
Really. John Saxon, I think he's having fun at the poor Roosevelt's expense. You know, Roosevelt can be an accomplished wrestler. You know, it's not strange to have this sort of situation. Have you heard stories of wrestlers going against the wrestling bear?
Oh,
It's
yeah,
happened.
I've seen the footage. It's not necessarily normal in 2013, but I've seen it. Oh, my gosh. Saxon, that never backed down. Rough attitude.
He doesn't care who's in there. He doesn't care who you are, what you think you are. He is going to punish you when he competes. He's focused right now. He's thinking simply about championships.
This is the guy that you don't want to mess with in the club, in the bar, on the streets. You don't want to walk up with him in some dark alley somewhere. But when he's here with these fans, it's like there's a different bond, a different John Saxon.
Him and his little stinking knuckleheads. And look at this. The poor dog. That's a little mistreatment. Come on now. You don't have to be so vicious.
Let's take a quick break. This match continues after this.
Oh, wow. On the inner thigh. That was nasty.
Saxon has him down. Goes for the cover. You see how he put the forearm across the face of Roosevelt, making it even more difficult to get the momentum to kick out.
It's like he tries to maybe place that right on the bridge of the nose and actually knock out your equilibrium, or maybe even try to keep your ears. You're listening for that one, that two, and you're trying to kick out somewhere. He's trying to throw you off.
Roosevelt out of the way. Every dog has his day. Here comes the knee right to the face and chin of John Saxon.
Knee lift was devastating. He's going to use that knee. He's actually taking the cover off the knee padding there. That does more damage because that is solid knee. You know this, Baxter. That is a solid kneecap hitting you. No padding whatsoever.
Roosevelt now pounding away on the side of the face of John Saxon. Now he's going to bite him. This is where the rabies come into play.
Look at that beautiful smile on the face of Boyd Bradford. He is loving everything he's seeing this week on TCW.
He's gnawing on John Saxon's head like it's some kind of a bone, like it's some kind of a milk bone.
Good comparison right there. Maybe he didn't get enough Scooby snacks before the start of this week's edition of TCW.
Saxon needs his knuckleheads to rally behind him at this point. They're in the corner of John Saxon. Roosevelt does.
You know, these people don't win wrestling matches.
What is Boyd Bradford doing?
He was just asking the man a few close personal questions.
With his fists?
Well, you know, sometimes you got to beat an answer out of a guy.
Roosevelt the Dog scratches the back. The paws to the back of Saxon.
He's been declawed. It's okay.
The dew claws?
Declawed.
Declawed. Okay.
Yeah.
Roosevelt, though, got Saxon in the one spot that you can't work out, right in the face. Neck breaker. Roosevelt has him down. He sits on his chest. Is that right? He sat on his... Interesting cover there from Roosevelt.
What a week of action it's been here in TCW.
What a scary week with what we saw earlier on today with Lars' girlfriend, the disappearance. Where is she? Lars is still trying to figure that out. What about the Empire?
Well, Lars is sticking his nose in people's business, and that's all there is to it. She probably got tired of his antics, ran away.
Saxon.
We'll find out more soon.
Up and over, Roosevelt turns around. Saxon has him hooked. He's gonna throw him down, plants him. This is what Saxon needs. Saxon, Roosevelt, both guys down.
You know, the thing I don't like about Lars is not only sticking his nose in the Bradford family business, but accusing them of having something to do with that situation when they did not.
And you have proof of that? The camera wasn't in the position for us to know one way or the other. I know what Lars believes happened.
Yeah, we saw him bust up into their meeting earlier.
Yeah, we saw what happened last week with the Bradford family. Basically trying to verbally assault the young lady.
Well, and so yeah, stop, do what you got to do right here, boy.
What about
Bradford.
this?
Take out some of that frustration. We saw Lars bust up into their meeting, is all I'm saying, and make accusations against Boyd Bradford when they were trying to get ready. Poor Roosevelt was getting ready for this particular match, and then Lars had to bust up, and that was wrong. I'm not happy about these sort of things. What's wrong with people around? What's wrong with people around
What's
here?
wrong with people? That's a great question. What's going on in TCW Wrestling is another great question that I can't seem to get the answer to. Roosevelt comes in, baseball slide. Knocks Saxon back down. Can you give me any insight? Can you give me the answer? I'll be honest, I've been a little bit nervous. You guys make me nervous with this. Wait a minute, watch Boyd Bradford.
Watch this. Yeah, does that make you nervous?
Yeah, it makes me nervous. Hey! There we go. Saxon grabbed the foot of Bradford. Bradford ran away about as fast as I've ever seen him move.
Going after poor Boyd Bradford, who's just out there, you know.
Watch out, John. From behind.
Trying to get John Saxon to shine his shoes right there.
And Roosevelt again goes in for the bite. He's nibbling on the face of John Saxon.
How much is that doggy in the window?
The one with the frizzed out hair. Goes in for the cover, though. One. This is what's strange about this. This is what I really don't understand. Is that this Roosevelt, we've seen him for a long time. Very talented. What has possessed him to start crawling around and letting some man hit him with the newspaper? That's not normal. That's not normal everyday life.
It's just tough love. You got to understand. Sometimes it just bees that way.
Roosevelt.
Says, Daddy.
Roosevelt has John Saxon down. The veteran Saxon. He's been in a situation like this before, though. He's not going to lay down and quit. Saxon fires off the ropes. Almost like a leg sweep and a close at the same time. Roosevelt now, he's going to the top. This dog is like Air Bud. He's going to fly. Roosevelt to the top rope. Saxon coming to his feet. Blocks the double axe handle. Saxon has him hooked. Oh, down he goes. Roosevelt is out on his feet.
He may be. He looks on Dream Street. He's reaching around. He's grabbing for anything he can get a hand on.
Saxon fires away. There's those fists. Right to the face.
Man, he is just, you can hear those shots all the way in the broadcast booth area.
Elbow.
And we're a long way away. Wow.
You can hear the body slapping as he smacks him, as he pounds on his face, as he throws him around. Now, Roosevelt goes to reverse it. Here he comes. Up and over. Saxon catches him.
He caught him right there, Brandon Baxter.
Saxon has him up. Plants him down.
He's going up top, or so he says.
Listen to the knuckleheads.
There's a lot of them here. There's a lot of knuckleheads here this week. That's true, Baxter.
Saxon Says it in the nicest of ways, I guess, if you can say that in a nice way. Saxon on the top, asking for approval from the knuckleheads.
He better. He's taking too much time. You're taking too much time.
Comes up. Wait a minute. What is this? Lars is in the ring.
What's Lars? He's already
Lars has interrupted the match.
He needs to quit sticking his nose in their business.
Saxon doesn't look happy about that. Saxon just about had the win. He wants to make a name for himself.
Well,
This is a big chance for Saxon and Lars
has no business out here again in
He's
their
out of
business.
control. That's the problem. Lars is out of control.
He's breaking up their family meetings.
Saxon.
Oh, yeah.
This is not good.
Saxon's tired of this.
This isn't good at all.
He just cost Saxon a match.
I mean, Lars wasn't thinking about that, though. He saw what was going on in the ring. He came out here.
Well, he needs to stop. Yeah, he needs to start thinking. He needs to get his head on straight. Get over the fact his girlfriend's ran away from him. And
wait a minute. What is this? Is that her?
That's her.
Does Alucard have her?
Is she dating Alucard now?
She's screaming. Wait a minute. Lars is headed back that way.
She looks terrible.
What is going on here? Grab her, Lars. Get her, protect her.
Hey, watch out.
Oh, my gosh, tight from behind.
I think she wants to marry into the family.
Have they set this up? Was this the game plan to avoid Bradford?
Oh.
At least we know she's okay. At least we think she's okay.
Wait a minute. I guess she is still concerned about Lars.
She's been traumatized today, and we thought it was the Bradford family who did it, and it looks like it was.
All right, well,
that was proof right there, Brian.
That's accusation. She just happened to be out there. Maybe they were having a conversation or something.
Saxon now looks like he's come to the aid and defense of Lars and this young lady.
This situation is certainly strange, Brandon Baxter. It will be interesting to see just exactly what did happen to Lily.
I hope she's okay.